Hello students, welcome to this new class. In this class, I'm going to talk to you about the MLA style, which is another format of writing your different essays. Remember that your first cause and effect essay was written using the APA style. This time, we are going to learn more about the MLA style, which is another type of writing that you need to know in order to write your different uh, tasks, right? Well, MLA stands for Modern Language Association. Style formatting is often used in various humanities disciplines. Um, the APA style is commonly used in the social sciences, social science field. However, the MLA is used exclusively in the humanities field or disciplines. In addition to the handbook, MLA also refers to the MLA Style Center, a website that provides additional instruction and resources for writing and formatting academic papers. So you can go to this website and learn more about this uh, format. MLA regulates document format, in-text citations. Remember, in the APA style, we also have in-text citations, the narrative in-text citation, and the parenthetical in-text citation. We also have works cited list. In the APA style, we use the word references, but in the MLA style, we talked about works cited. Remember that we have to place this page at the end of your writing. And this presentation will cover how to format a paper in MLA style according to the 8th edition, some general guidelines, first page format, section headings, in-text citations, formatting quotations, and documenting sources in MLA style, core elements, and list of words cited. Um, an MLA style paper, okay, the paper that you are going to use is going to be typed on white, okay, according to these measures. You have to double space everything, double space, remember that. Use 12 point Times New Roman or similar font. Leave only one space after punctuation. Set all margins to 1 inch on all sides. Indent the first line of paragraph 1/2 inch. Remember, this is very important. You have to indent all the paragraph in your writing. Don't forget that detail, please. All of these details are important when you use the MLA style. An MLA style paper should have a header with page numbers located in the upper right hand corner. Use italics for titles. Place endnotes on a separate page before the list of words cited. I'm going to show you one example later, okay? According to the first page, using the MLA style, the paper will have no title. Sorry, will have no title page. Double space everything. You have to list your name, your instructor's name, the course and date in the upper left hand corner. Center the paper title. Use standard caps but no underlining, italics, quote marks, and bold typeface. You have to create a header in the upper right corner at 1/2 inch from the top and 1 inch from the right of the page. List your last name and page number. Now I'm going to show you one example. This is the format in which you are going to write your essay using this format, the MLA style. This is a sample, okay? In this section of the page, you can see that you have the name of the student here, Charlotte Lucas. For example, if your name is Luis Gonzalez, then you are going to write here Luis Gonzalez. Then the name of the professor or of the instructor, Dr. J. Austin in this case. You have to write in the third position the English or the course code. In this case is ENGL 106. And finally, you have to write the date of submission, the date in which you submit your task, your writing. Then you have to write the day here. And look at how it is written. First is the day, then the month, and finally the year. This is the correct order, right? 12 October 2008. Then if you look at here at this corner, right upper corner, you can appreciate the last name of the student. The last name of the student. So if your last name is Perez, then you are going to write here Perez or Gonzalez or Rodriguez, I don't know. And also you have to include the page number. In this case, it's page number 1, right? Page number 1. And then you have the title of your essay. In this case, it's Building a Dream Reasons to Expand Ross 8 Stadium. Then you have to indent the first paragraph. Remember that in the first paragraph, you have to include the hook, the thesis statement, right? Remember those aspects. I'm not going to explain that because you already know how to write an introductory paragraph, the first body paragraph, the second body paragraph, and so on, and finally the conclusion. So those aspects you already know. I'm interested now in that you know how to write using the MLA style. So now regarding the headings, formatting section headings are generally optional. Headings in an essay should usually be numbered. Headings should be consistent in grammar and formatting, but otherwise are up to you. So what does it mean? It means that you can number the headings and subheadings. If you want to put numbers, you can do it. But you have to be, look at this word, you have to be consistent. So if you start writing numbers in the different headings, you have to continue putting numbers to all of the headings and subheadings in your writing. But if you decide not to put numbers, sorry, then you have to be consistent too throughout your writing. So let's see it with this example. In this case, we are using numbers 1, 1.1, 1.2, 2 point, 3 point, and then you see that all of the headings and subheadings are numbered. But if you decide not to use numbers, you have to do it this way, right? No numbers here. So this is the difference. According to regarding the in-text citations, I'm going to say that an in-text citation is a brief reference in your text that indicates the source you consulted. You already know that. It should be direct readers to the it should direct readers to the entry in your works cited list that source for the source. It should be unobtrusive, provide the citation information without interrupting your own text. In general, the in-text citation will be the author's last name or abbreviated title with a page number enclosed in parentheses. This is very important. As you can appreciate here, there's a difference between the APA style and the MLA style. Remember, when you use the APA style, you use the author's last name, and in parentheses, you include the year of publication, right? But in this case, in the MLA style, in parentheses, you don't have the year, but you have the page number. And we are going to see it through this example. In text example, Wordsworth, which is the author, Wordsworth stated that romantic poetry was marked by a spontaneous overflow of powerful feelings. You can see here that we don't have in parentheses after the author's last name, we don't have the year of publication. You see? But at the end of your quotation, you have the page number, in which page this quotation appears. So it is page 263. You can appreciate also that here we don't have to write the letter P standing for page. We don't have to do that if we use the MLA style. We only write the number of page, right? And let's continue. Romantic poetry is characterized by the spontaneous overflow of powerful feelings. So you can do it also this way. you can have the author's last name plus the page number. But as you can see here, we don't have to write a comma or a period and nothing else here, only the author's last name and the page number. Wordsworth extensively explored the role of emotion in the creative process. This is the other way, you see. So you have to pay attention to the different characteristics of each style. If you're using the APA style, if you're using the MLA style. So students, here we have some other examples. In the essay, if the essay provides a signal word or phrase, usually the author's last name, the citation does not need to also include that information. So examples. Humans have been described by Kenneth Borky as symbol using animals. You can see that you can have the complete name of the author and finally you include the page number. Or if you prefer, you can do it this way too. Humans have been described as symbol using animals. Then you close the quotation, open parentheses, you write the author's last name plus the page number. In this case, page number 3. Barkey 3. So you see? And well, in the work list, in the works cited, you are going to include the information that you have. In a case that you don't know the author, then you have to write what is the source of the information. What is the source of the information? In this case, it is an unknown author. So you have to write only the information that you have. In this case, it is the impact of global warming in North America. Global warming, early signs 1999, accessed 23 March 2009. So it depends on the case that you have. It depends on that. So if you are citing a source that has multiple editions, you have to do it this way. If you have a source, if you have some information that was taken from a source with uh, whose authors have the same last name, then you have to do it this way. You have to distinguish one from the other doing this way. For example, in this case, you have two authors with the same last name, Miller and Miller. But how do you know what author is each? Then you have to include in this case the first initial of the name of the name of the author, right? And in this case you have to do the same. Now you can see that here we have two different authors. This is probably Robert Miller and probably this one is um, Albert Miller. So they are different. So it depends on the case. You see, if you have a work by multiple authors, then you have to do it this way. And here in this presentation, you have different cases. Even if you are citing the Bible, there's a specific way to cite the Bible. You see? Here we have some other examples, multiple citations, citing indirect sources. Um, well, here I'm going to talk about the works in time-based media, works cited entry. You can see the different examples that we have here. So I'm going to upload these slides to Google Classroom for you to check it uh, more carefully. This is about poetry, but we are not talking about poetry in this course. Remember, this is um, composition course. In text example for adding words. Here we have many and different examples, but I'm interested in this case. Works cited list author. Remember that in the APA style we talk about references, but in this case we use works cited, which is the same, and this page is going to appear at the end of your writing. It says begin the entry with the author's last name followed by a comma and the rest of the name as presented in the work. End this element with a period. You can see here Baron Naomi, redefining, reading the impact of digital communication media, and then you have the rest of information. As you can appreciate, if you look at this carefully, you can appreciate that, for example, in the MLA style, you have to write the last name of the author and also the first name completely. Remember that in the APA style, you only write the author's last name and the first letter of the name of the author. So that's another difference between the APA and the MLA style. And if you look at this carefully, you can see also that we are using quotation marks here. But in the APA style, we don't have to use the APA. We don't have to use the quotation marks. But I'm going to explain that why you are using quotation marks in this case. Well, it says look at this. It says periodicals, journal, magazine, newspaper article, television episodes, and songs should be in quotation marks. So if you are citing a journal, magazine, newspaper article, television episodes, and songs, you have to put the name of the article between quotation marks. You see, like in this case, Beyonce she's a singer, right? And this is the name of the song, Pretty Hurts, Beyonce, Parkwood Entertainment 2013. Then you have the website from where that information was taken. So it depends. So if you are citing a book, then you don't have to include the title of the book in quotation marks. This is one example of a book. Jacobs, Ellen, The Pleasure of Reading in an Age of Distraction, Oxford. So students, this was basically the information that I wanted to show you about the MLA style. There are some basic things that you need to know: how to make in-text citation using the MLA style, and how to write the worked cited list. Those things are basics, and I'm interested in that you know that. Remember that if you have any question, please let me know. I'll be there in the WhatsApp group to answer any question that you may have. Have a good time.